I know exactly how Donald feels, and I very much sympathise with him. There's nothing worse than not being able to get to sleep because of a noise. And this is exactly what we have in the 1948 cartoon Drip Dippy Donald, which as a title is a lot of fun to say. This was directed by Jack King, and of course we have Clarence Nash voicing the increasingly agitated Donald Duck. And in this cartoon, he is trying to get to sleep, but the tap or faucet in the kitchen is constantly dripping, and it doesn't matter what he does, that drippy noise just seems to continue and he cannot make it stop. And it's annoying him more and more, and as the cartoon develops, he gets more agitated, the dripping seems to get louder to him. Will he ever get to sleep? I'm not going to answer that question, but I will say that I was quite surprised with the ending. I found it to be very unpredictable in a very pleasing and satisfying way. I'm a big fan of Donald Duck, but I do love to see him getting increasingly annoyed because I love the sounds that Clarence Nash makes. And that's certainly what we get with this. And there's also the relatability factor. It's comforting to know that there is somebody else out there, even if that person is a cartoon duck, who sometimes struggles to sleep. And it's even worse when it's something that you can control or should be able to control. You shouldn't have to put up with a drippy tap. Although my top tip for this, if you do have a drippy tap, is put a sponge directly beneath the drip. Obviously make sure that the drip isn't so severe that it's going to clog the sink with a sponge. But if you put a sponge directly beneath the drip, you won't be able to hear it. So it's a shame that Donald wasn't aware of that tip. But he does try other things, and I won't go into any detail about them because I don't want to spoil them, but he does try other things to try and reduce the noise and minimise the effect. But obviously, it's Donald Duck, nothing goes to plan. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I thought the animation was wonderful. It flowed very well with the narrative and the pacing of it, with Donald getting increasingly frustrated. I can't fault it. It's not the most intricate short, it's very repetitive, with Donald constantly going to the tap, trying to fix it, trying to go to sleep, going to the tap, trying to fix it. But it flows very well, and it doesn't ever feel boring or monotonous. It's not one of my all-time favourites because there are some others that I think are just phenomenal, but I still really thoroughly enjoyed Drip Dippy Donald. I love saying that title. If you're a fan of Donald or of Disney, definitely check out Drip Dippy Donald.